Okay.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Azine Williams. How are you all doing? Hope you guys are good. Hope you guys are fine. If you're new to this channel, kindly click on the subscription button. Click on the notification bell to let you know whenever I post any new video. Okay guys, so in this video, I'm just going to be talking exclusively about Priince and Kidwaya. So they started their media rounds today. And boy, have they been trending, especially Kidwaya's manager, Lynette. Now, you all remember in one of my previous videos, I told you guys what she said, that she's going to make sure that when Kidwaya steps outside the house, he will actually have nothing to do with Laycon, because she's going to show him some of the things that Laycon said behind his back. I am not privy to such things. Please, if you have any of those videos, please send to me because I really want to listen. I know Laycon said some things about Erica to almost everybody, but about Kidwaya, I am not sure. So I am not going to choke my mouth in that one, but I'm going to say what happened. So let's talk about everything that happened. So they went, I think, Naija FM. They actually are Cool FM right now. So I've not joined that. I've not seen that interview, but the one in Naija FM, wow, it was so interesting. I normally join the life of evicted housemates, but I don't really stay that long because at the end of the day, it's them talking about some things. But Kidwaya and Priince's interview was something else. It was so interesting. I don't know, maybe it's because of their personalities, I don't know if it's because of their personalities. So I will also in the course of this video give you guys some clips of what happened in the interview. So let's start with Priince because both of them were asked questions simultaneously and all that. So of course they were going to ask about Tolani Barge. Yes, and Priince was like, yeah, he likes Tolani Barge. He's not gonna lie about that. But moving forward, relationship wise, they're gonna see what happens. That they have to have like a talk. He's always been saying that right from the stage that there are some things he needs to settle with Tolani Barge. So when Kidwaya was also asked about Erica, he said okay, what's that word he said? See, I'm going to put the video so you guys will learn, but I'm just going to summarize it. He basically said, Erica, he likes Erica. Erica is a strong woman. Erica is somebody he wants to have in his life. He wants to have Erica in his life. And relationship-wise, he said, for now, it's one thing in the house, it's another thing out here. But for now, they just want to take it, just want to see what happens. Basically, like what Priince said, but basically his own was he likes her and he wants her to be in his life. So there's no relationship now, but he likes her. That is the bottom point. He doesn't want her out of his life. So yeah, so shippers, there's still hope. This ship has not sunk just yet. So they were asked about the Betway games. Priince said that if both of them were still in the house, that he's sure both of them are going to win it, because most times they will just have this banter like, I'm going to beat your time. This one will say, I'm going to beat your time. That's him and Kidwaya. They just had that relationship in the best way. Priince talks about the near success syndrome, that he wanted to win. That he wanted to win, but when he doesn't win, he feels bad, but then again, he snaps out of it. And Nengi's situation was brought up again, where the presenter was like, everybody likes Nengi, and Kidwaya was like, no, that he was never attracted to Nengi at all. And then they asked Priince, and Priince was like, yeah, he felt okay, he likes Nengi likes her initially, and then Nengi likes him initially, and then they started off, but then he realized, okay, there's somebody else that likes Nengi and all that. So he kind of like backed off when she made it clear to him and all that. So they asked if Tolani Barge was the second choice, but Priince used political answers and covered everything. So that is it. So now the issue of the zip. You remember that zip issue that Ozzo kept hammering about, that even made us believe that something happened between Kidwaya and Nengi in the bathroom? Remember, cast your mind back. Even me, I fell for that. I'm not gonna lie. Me, I cannot lie. I cannot lie. I was so pissed. I was so pissed, that day that I lost it. But Kidwaya and even Priince came out to rectify that. Watch this video. Then when we come back, we will continue because plenty gist today.
3 Saturdays, it can be 2 Saturdays ago before, I think 3 Saturdays, it get what happened when they say, I think you and 2 other guys inside the house catch Negi and Kidwaya inside bedroom. Say they help Negi zip up. What actually happened? What be that event when it happened, Kidwaya? If you're clear, because a lot of people say would I go around sharp things. You get.
Honestly, that was a coincidence. Like I think that time I actually went to the toilet and she was there, and then she was asking me to do a zip. I've been asked this question a few times, but I didn't even remember it.
Now we don't run normal.
I didn't even remember.
Now they run people zip up.
No now.
Normal level now. No, Priince, go back. I want to go back to Priince. How many people zip? You don't zip up on the yard.
No, normal level. You feel us the pass. Person go say, oh,
help me zip.
Help me zip. You run the zip. You run the zip and move on.
Yes,
not too much.
Priince, you zip. How many guys you zip up on that place?
Maybe all of them.
How many? How many?
Now just zip, my brother.
How many people zip you don't zip up?
I don't know.
Of course, now number 1.
But neck you not change.
No, we zip them clothes.
They say we zip.
Even for that darling this thing, we don't do
now
them
we
now.
dress
And task, we don't do them now.
We don't do them. As everybody run around. You zip clothes, you move on.
So you heard it from them. Like they said, it was a coincidence. Zipping or unzipping of clothes happened a lot. Like the presenter was like, how many clothes did Priince zip? He was like, they zipped a lot of clothes. Somebody would just be like, oh, help me unzip, help me zip up and all that. So it was like a normal occurrence to them. So they also talked about the outburst that happened between Ozo, where Ozo kind of like flipped. You remember that time that they were acting that drama and then they went on a commercial break, and when we came back, Ozo was shouting at Priince because he said he walked out. Now, we all in the house analyzed it. At some point, I was like, okay, maybe initially when I analyzed it, I thought it's just because of the stress. But second, I did another analysis of that, incident, and I realized there's a Nengi factor in that. So Priince was like, yeah, he feels there's a Nengi factor that made Ozo lose his cool. But then again, he's not going to give anybody the satisfaction of reacting, because it's just words. Whatever you say to me, whatever you feel about me doesn't really make any sense. So he according to what Priince said, he said he wanted to hear what Ozo was saying. And by the time he heard what Ozo was saying, he was like, if it's an apology you want, I'm going to give you an apology, but you're not going to get a reaction out of me. So he was also asked about his own outburst on Lucy. Like it was as if he was, loading that, and that day the cup run it over. So he was like, the thing is, when you have a friend or a sibling, somebody you really care about, and you keep telling them same thing over and over and over again, and they keep making the same mistake and they keep doing the same thing and they don't want to understand. He said for 7 weeks he talked about this same issue with Lucy and she just didn't want to hear, and at that point he had had it up to his neck and he just had to let it out. And he said at that point they were actually looking at him as if he was being biased, that even the presenter said that even Erica called him two-faced. He said he's not two-faced, that people he was down with knows they are down with him. Like that everybody in that house that he was, down with, they knew that he's got their back 24/7. So Kidwaya was also, asked about his famous dance steps, which he gave us, like I put in the clip in the beginning. And he was also asked about, what was it with him and Erica? What actually attracted? When did that attraction come? Because the presenter was like, okay, most guys, when you meet a girl for the first time, you already know this is the girl. Like, this is the girl. Like, was it like that for him? And he said the attraction started from the beginning. The very moment Erica walked in to that house and wearing that white dress, that the bulbs in his head started doing everything was just turning. Okay, he did not actually say that. Don't mind me, he did not actually say that. But basically he said he was so attracted to her, that white dress. Even in the house, you guys remember he kept hammering on that white dress. Well, please, anybody that knows the tailor that made that white dress, me too, I want to have my own. Because who knows, I might just wear it and I'll meet my own Kidwaya. Bikun. Let's all be guided. I need my own white dress like that. I'm going to screenshot that Erica's dress and I'm going to sew it. And I hope that my own will not turn out to be what I ordered and what I got. It's not going to be like that. Yes. So he said that white dress was actually it, so he was attracted to her and nobody else. So the presenter was like, but you actually did kiss Watoni. And he was like, Watoni kissed me, and it was during the truth and dare. It wasn't as if I kissed Watoni. In fact, when it was my turn to choose, I chose Erica. That's what he said. Now, moving on, they said a lot of things. It was really, really fun seeing both of them. It was a breath of fresh air. Now, when it came down to
First of all,
who
Dora,
you think is going to win.
I mean, we always told each other.
Come, wait, what's up with this thing?
My dear.
I need to know.
That was a way both of us used the catch cruise.
Okay.
Dora always had a way of cheering me up. We have fun and all of that. So we always tell each other that if I don't win, I want you to win.
Okay.
Because I remember there was a time she came to me and she said, if I leave this house before you, promise me say you go win. Yeah, I tell her, say me, I no go go.
Nah.
you no go, now me go.
Nice
and
one.
now you go win. So then, obviously, I wanted her to win. Then if it wasn't me, when we came out of the house, I was like, okay, if I don't win, I want either her or Laycon to win.
Okay.
And from the dynamics, I just got my phone yesterday now, saying that it looks like Laycon.
Priince said he feels it's between Dora and Laycon. Yes, because he said that in the house he could remember when, and I also remember that time when Dora walked up to him and said, if I leave this house, you owe me a win. And he turned to her and said, you are not going to leave. I will leave, but you are going to win. So that was the promise they made to each other. So that's why he said Dora. And Laycon, because he just likes the guy. He just feels like Laycon should win. And when he came out and got his phone, he just thought, oh, okay, maybe his prediction might actually be right between those two. So when it now came to Kidwaya, now this is what is making everybody everywhere somehow. He refused to talk about, he kind of wanted to dodge the questions with Laycon in it. Yes, he kind of it was as if his relationship, because I remember his first interview with Ebuka before he got his phone or got in touch with his team, he praised Laycon to the high heavens. But now in this interview, it almost seems as if he's irritated by that name, And for the records, he never said he hated Laycon. I see a lot of blogs carrying it that, Kidwaya's manager has made Kidwaya to hate Laycon. That's not true. You could go, I don't know if they saved the live on their, pages, but I watched it live. Kidwaya never said that. What he said was, I'm going to rephrase a lot of things because I cannot get the words exactly. But what he said basically was, I came out and I saw a lot of things that were said about me by some people, and it makes me kind of look at them in a different light. I think I have a video of that. I might put it, at the end of this video. If I lay my hand on that video or that, I'll just try and find it. So he said, hearing these things about me that these people said made me look at them in a different light. I think this was also when he was asked about, I'm actually combining two interviews, the one they did in Pidgin English and the one they did in English. So please bear with me, because he was asked about those two things that, in those two different interviews. So basically that's what he said, that he had people say stuff about him and he's making him look at them in a different light. He also said something similar like that when he was asked about the collaboration he promised V, Trikiti and Laycon. And he said, that he's a man of his words. Yes, when he was asked about that, he said he's a man of his words, that it was not the drink that was in his eyes that made him say that he meant everything he said. He does not mix business with pleasure. He does not mix business with personal feelings. What he promised to do with Laycon and V and Trikiti is totally business. It had nothing to do with feelings. But yeah, he's going to do that, but still at the same time, he's kind of looking at them in a different light, because of the things he has seen them say about him, or some people in the house say about him. And he said he doesn't really want to be mentioning, current contestants, that's the housemates that are already in the house. He doesn't really want to be mentioning their names because, he doesn't want to give them clout and all that. So yeah, That's what he said. Now, like I said before, a lot of blogs have been carrying it that, Kidwaya said, that he's going to withdraw his support from Laycon, that he hates Laycon. And a lot of people are now saying, is Kidwaya God? People of God, please watch the live. I know that Kidwaya never said anything about that. I don't know why people just see, you see why people should go and be taking IELTS exam? If you take IELTS or ELETS or whatever they call it, but I call it IELTS exam, you're going to know that understanding, you know what, if somebody says something, you're gonna understand it before you misinterpret it, because if you misunderstand somebody, that is where some wahala will start. You understand? Because I was surprised after watching the live, and I open my phone again and I see some people say, Kidwaya say he hate Laycon. I'm like, hey, the live that I watch, there's another one that I did not see. Anyways, people of God, that is what Kidwaya said. He never ever said he hated Laycon. He just said he has started seeing them in a different light, especially when they see something about him. He was kind of like irritated, I'm not gonna lie. You know, he kind of like seemed on the edge when it came to that topic. He just didn't want them. He said they should ask him questions about him and not about people that are still in the game. So basically, that's what the interview was all about. It was all about Erica. It was all about them. It was all about, their relationship. At some point, it was like the reporter was like, and I feel that was very, very unprofessional. Like the presenter was like, when are you people getting married? I'm like, did they go for ultimate love? Well, I do not blame the reporter anyway. I don't blame the presenter, because this season had a lot of shipping that at some point we didn't know if we were watching Love Island, Ultimate Love, or Big Brother. So I still don't blame them. I still don't blame them. But for those that want to know if they are gonna be getting married anytime soon, this ladies' man said, not anytime soon. So you still stand a chance. You can go and DM them, shoot your shots. Just hope that you wear bulletproof, to guard your heart, because they might give you some Sia or Ella, whichever one. So let it be. So moving on to the house. It's still same. I must confess to you, the house isn't the way it used to be, but then it's normal because the numbers of people in the house are reducing. So I got a gist. It's like an inside gist from the Big Brother Naija people. Somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody said. Now, I don't like giving this kind of gist, but most times when I hear this kind of gist and I give it, most times it turns out to be accurate. But I don't like giving it because I don't like it being as if Ezine is kind of like trying to make people change their mind or something. No. Now but I just had to like give it because already I see somewhere a housemate handler put up something that I did not like, because that thing is a lie. You understand? Because your housemate is up for possible eviction does not mean you should go and lie. Don't go and be lying. Say the truth and don't go and be lying. That particular housemate said that his housemate, or the handler of that particular housemate's page, said that his housemate is like number 4 on the polls, which is not true. Meanwhile, his housemate or his contestant or his housemate is actually number 2. The most popular one we know that we think is gonna win. Okay, I'm already giving you guys this poll right now on the polls. That particular housemate that the handler went to lie that they are, just because they want people to vote, now said that his housemate is in number 4. Meanwhile, his housemate is in number 2. You understand? And the person we all feel is gonna win is actually leading in the polls right now. Now, another person that has a full chest is actually at number 3 right now. Another person that is from Bayelsa is actually number 4. So if you know any of these people and you are any of their fans, you know what to do. You go ahead and vote for them. And please, I just don't like when handlers lie just so you can get people's votes. It is not good. Don't be lying. Say the truth. Now what? All this Big Brother thing will just give you a clearer insight of what our society has become. People manipulating and everything. Tell people the truth. They're gonna still vote for that person if they want to. I rest my case, Jerry. Don't mind me. I've talked too much. I know I've talked too much. Normally, I don't like giving that kind of gist because I hear things, especially when it comes to polls and all that, and I don't even want to say it. I think there's sometimes I come out, I'll tell you guys, oh, these are people I feel will be in bottom 4 because I've heard, and I just said maybe, and at the end of the day, they end up in bottom 4, Those are the kind of occasions where I say that, but most times I don't like. But what pissed me off that made me say this is because of that particular handler that was just doing the most. Anyways, guys, that's it from me. Thank you so much, guys, for being part of my channel. If you've not already subscribed, kindly click on the subscription button, click on the notification bell to let you know whenever I post any new video. And if you want your housemates to be your favorite housemates to still be in the Big Brother house, it is not by talking, it is not by commenting. Yes, if you need information, please ask, I will gladly give you, but vote, please, so that you will not come back on Sunday and start telling us how Big Brother is unfair. So yeah, we don't want that situation with any of the housemates. Thank you so much, guys, and have yourselves a beautiful day. Bye, guys.
Now, Shayo, I did talk that matter, or you really mean that for your mind, because everybody should talk that in the whole world key into say, but it got mad.
You know what? Yeah. First of all, with those 3, I think will be dope. You understand? So I meant what I said.
Okay.
You understand? Yeah. But I want them to come out first because I'm starting to learn new things as I'm watching the show now. I'm starting to hear,
as you come outside.
You understand? I'm starting to hear my name be mentioned in ways that.
So hold on. You try to say those names when they mentioned during the show, even when you did, and after you don't come out right now, it will dictate your relationship with them.
I don't make business
after
of come out together, but I'm saying now that I'm outside, I'm seeing some people in a different way.
Okay.
So that I can't deny the talent of those 3. I'll do something with those 3 as we sit down.
Kidwaya, I want to ask you this last question right now. Towards the end of the show, before you come on, we notice your relationship with Laycon come tight more.
Yeah, like
that's
romance.
Come on. Now when you talk this thing, you see that same relationship in a different light right now, based on what you say you don't hear, say they don't mention your name up and down.
A little bit. But
bit.
it is not. I still respect it.
So what should be that thing when you don't hear, when you don't really do okay? When
even now, I see him before I even enter this room. So
you see him, no.
You got to see him for Twitter now. You guys, you will see it now.
So I don't want something about you.
Now you will see now.
Tell us before I go. They're not stressing.
I don't want to mention anyone's name. I feel like now I'm mentioning the name they're growing themselves. You can't be using me to catch their own clout. So I'm not going to mention anybody else's made name. Yeah. Let them find their own way and do their own thing. Because me that's mentioning their name too much. They're growing like this. So everybody did their side. I did my own side. Magic did his own side. So that's how it be.
Now, just for clarification, somebody just remind me right now. I think Kidwaya, calm down. I'm not gonna lie, you. I think waiting, you don't see so fast. If you come up for the house, don't shape your mentality. Don't they give you different perspective on your relationship when you get with the housemate before? Because for you to avoid this question right now, be like say, you know why even they connect with everybody for that house, anybody for that house.
No, that's not the case. The case for me now, is I've answered these questions so many times and I feel like I'm repeating myself.
No, now the first time you talk here. So you talk. Kidwaya, who you feel say go win the Big Brother naija?
What Mazi said. The same one that he said.
Wait till you talk again. I don't remember. Kidwaya repeat am.
People don't hear.
People don't hear.
I think between Dora and Laycon.
Okay.
That's Dora and
That's those
Laycon.
2. Dora, she's a great girl. So we'll see.
I hope you don't get problem with Laycon, sha. Because it's no, serious. All of us really happy. Say, man, the connection between you guys for the past 2 weeks, it really did nice. You get one out there, but you say make it shake. You say you dress.
You know what it is? I don't have a problem with anybody, but I cannot be using my name to be always constantly saying other people's name. I have not even left the house yet.
So I'll go straight right now. You the verse on top waiting Laycon talk for the night where Erika did drunk when Laycon tell Erika say, I don't want Kidwaya to sleep with you. Please watch your back. You don't watch the video. Hope you not be that one to trigger your best.
Go on. I was never angry between them.
You take any offense. But you don't hear that when you did the house. You hear that when you did the house. No, that when you come outside you hear that.
I never hear that one, Seth. Well, I don't hear that one.
So which one you hear when they shape your perspective right now?
No, I don't want to talk about that one. That one you guys will find out now and then.
He's the best.
I don't vex like that, but I'm gonna
see. I don't like it, you. The reason why all of us fall in love
wait, let me tell you
inside the house.
No, this is the truth here. It's not like I'm vexing. I'm just talking too much about the same two people or the same three people all the time.
I get.
And I don't want to keep mentioning.
But you know, if you avoid that, I have you be these. You got tall.
No, of course not. I was talking about there's a way you can answer better questions on those housemates.
When not concern those people.
No, not like it's always directly on them. Like I've already said who I think will win. I already said Laycon or Dora.
Okay.
That's it now.
Okay. Now sharp because we know say the people that